Alright guys, so today we have a video for language, page 149, and that's diagramming subjects and verbs and adjectives. So we know that adjectives answer the questions which one, what kind, how many, and whose. There are three words that are always adjectives. That's and the. They are always adjectives. Now, when you're writing a sentence, you have to decide whether you're using or you're using an. Okay, and that depends on the word that you are describing. So I wrote some example words over here. So the first one we have is car. So when we're deciding which word, we want to look at the first letter. If the first letter is a consonant, like C is a consonant, then we are going to use a car. We look at the next one, orange. The first letter is an O, which is a vowel, so we're going to use an orange. Okay, let's take a look at apple. Apple starts with a vowel, so we would use an apple. Banana starts with a B. B is a consonant, so we use a banana. So you did that yesterday on your page, or today, I think that's today's page. But today we're going to take it a step farther, and now we're going to be diagramming sentences. So this is number 1 on page 149, so if you're open to the page, then you can work along with us and you'll have one of them done already. So the bright stars filled the dark night sky. So whenever we're looking at sentences, we always want to find the verb first. So inside that verb, you're going to underline inside that sentence, you're going to underline the verb twice. So go ahead and take a look at your sentence and go ahead and underline a word, what you think the correct answer is. Okay, so you should have underlined twice the word filled. That's the action, that's what's taking place in the sentence. So now we want to find the subject that goes with the verb. So who or what filled the dark night sky? That's the question that we're answering. So underline your subject one time. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, so you should have underlined one time stars. What filled the dark night sky? Stars filled the dark night sky. So now we can split our sentence into the subject and predicate parts of the sentence. So I'm going to put my line here. Okay, I have my subject part. I have my predicate part. Now I need to go back and find the adjectives that are describing my subject here. Okay, so remember, adjectives answer the questions which one, what kind, how many, or whose. Okay, so we know that the is always an adjective. Which stars? The stars. Okay, our next adjective would be bright. What kind of stars? Bright stars. Now, there are more in the sentence, but we're just working with the subject part. And when you do this, you're just working with your subject part of the sentence. So now we're going to go ahead and diagram. So we're going to fill our verb in first. So our verb was filled. Okay, now who or what filled? Stars. So we put stars in the subject part of our diagram. And now we're going to put our adjectives in. So this is the new part. Adjectives go on a diagonal line, okay, and they're coming off of stars because that's what they're describing. We wouldn't put them over here. They're not describing filled. We put our diagonal lines under stars because that's what it's describing. And we want to put them in order. And so you can turn your page and we'll write them diagonal. Now the gets a capital letter because it has a capital letter in the sentence. Okay, the next one is bright. So you'll put bright on the next line. That does not get a capital letter because it doesn't have one in the sentence. And you want them to go in the order that they come in the sentence. So the is first in the sentence, so it's on my first line. Bright is second, so I put it on my second line. You wouldn't want to switch them. So then you can kind of read it back to yourself and make sure that it makes sense. The bright stars filled. Okay, so it kind of goes right in order there of the sentence. So you have two more that you're doing on your own, and they already filled out the diagram for you. So in number 2, you only have one adjective, and in number 3, you have 4 adjectives. And I just noticed that they want you to draw a line from your adjective to the word that it's describing. So just draw your lines and your arrows, the stars, bright stars. All right, so I hope that makes sense, guys. Have a good afternoon.